What happens when one of Hollywood's biggest action stars sits across from one of daytime TV's most provocative hosts and everything goes completely off the rails? That's exactly what unfolded when Vin Diesel appeared on The View, in what became one of the most controversial interviews in daytime television history. It was supposed to be a routine promotional stop. Diesel arrived confident and calm, ready to talk about the latest Fast and Furious installment. The hosts, including Whoopi Goldberg, Sarah Haynes, and others, were all smilers expecting laughs, behind-the-scenes tales, and maybe a few heartfelt moments about family and loyalty. But Joy Behar had other intentions. From the moment cameras rolled, the air was thick with unease. Joy, scrolling through her phone until the last second, looked up at Van with something close to disdain. Then, with her signature razor-sharp delivery, she asked, "Don't you think it's a little hypocritical that you preach family values in your movies when your personal life has been, let's say, complicated?" The tension exploded. Van's expression changed barely but enough to signal he recognized this for what it was, an ambush. He answered with controlled intensity, defending his values and authenticity. "Family is the most important thing to me on screen and off," he said, voice calm but firm. Joy pressed harder, citing rumors about his behavior on set, especially with female co-stars. The other panelists looked visibly uncomfortable, caught off guard by Joy's aggressive approach. Still, Van didn't flinch. "You might have me confused with someone else," he said, adding that he had nothing but respect for the people he'd worked with. Joy wasn't done. She referenced documented incidents and accused him of being difficult and egotistical. Van's patience began to crack. "If you have a real question about my work, I'll answer it," he said, "but I won't sit here and dignify gossip." Joy's voice rose. "These are accusations, Van, real ones, about hostile work environments. This isn't gossip, it's the truth people deserve to hear." The mood in the studio shifted. Even Whoopi tried to steer the conversation elsewhere, but Joy was relentless. Van's tone darkened. "I came here to talk about entertainment, not to be ambushed by someone chasing ratings." Joy laughed sharply, accusing him of defensiveness, which, she claimed, only validated her questions. But Van remained composed, even as his frustration deepened. "You want to talk about truth?" he said. "The truth is, I've been professional on every set, helped launch careers. I've never had a single substantiated complaint filed against me." Joy cut in with a smirk. "That you know of." That was the tipping point. Van stood up, calmly but with weight. "I don't know what your problem is, but this isn't journalism, it's character assassination. You're trying to destroy someone's reputation on national TV based on rumors and anonymous sources." Joy countered, her voice sharper now. "I'm asking the questions no one else will. If that makes you uncomfortable, maybe there's something to hide." Van's response was devastatingly direct. "Maybe you should ask real questions about my work instead of trying to tear people down. Character is treating others with respect even when you disagree with them, something you clearly don't understand." For a moment, Joy's usual confidence faltered. "You came on my show and insulted me," she said. "I came here as a guest," Van replied, expecting basic decency. Apparently, that was too much to ask. Joy's face reddened, but she pressed on. "You celebrities think you're untouchable." "No," Van said, "being a public figure doesn't mean I deserve to be attacked or disrespected. Fame isn't an excuse for cruelty." As the exchange intensified, Sarah Haynes timidly tried to bring the focus back to the film. "Maybe we can talk about the movie," she suggested. Joy refused to relent. "This is more important. This is about accountability." Van was visibly incredulous. "Accountable for what? Making movies, supporting charities, spending time with my family? What exactly is the crime?" "The crime," Joy said, "is that you're not the person you pretend to be." "Then give me one real example," Van challenged. "Not rumors, not whispers, a documented, verifiable incident." Joy stammered. "Well, there have been reports, industry sources, sir." "Anonymous sources," Van interrupted. People who won't go on record. That's your evidence? You're ruining reputations based on gossip, Joy insisted, weakly. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Sometimes where there's smoke, there's someone creating it, Van replied. The studio was silent, the audience hanging on every word. Finally, Van asked a question that stopped Joy cold. Why are you trying so hard to tear me down? What did I ever do to you? For the first time, Joy looked shaken. Her reply was almost a whisper. You walked in here like you're better than everyone else. That was the heart of it. The entire confrontation hadn't been about journalism or justice. It was personal. Van's tone softened, but the impact of his words was profound. I was polite, I was respectful, ready to talk about my work. If that came off as arrogance, maybe the problem isn't with me. Joy stood too, trembling with emotion. You celebrities, all of you think you're special. You think no one will challenge you. You haven't asked a single real question, Van replied. Nothing about my work, my craft, my values. Just attacks, just assumptions. Whoopi tried again to de-escalate. Let's bring this back down. We've got families watching. But Joy was too far gone. Don't shut me down. This matters. People like him need to be challenged. Van laughed, but there was no humor in it. You don't know me, you admitted it, and yet you hate me anyway. You hate what I represent. Joy denied it, but the mask had slipped. She wasn't doing this for truth. She was doing it because something inside her resented him. Van's final words were calm, steady, and undeniable. You don't know me, but you tried to destroy me anyway, and that says more about you than it ever could about me. For once, Joy had nothing to say.